The reaction Deadpool 3 has major connections to the Monster Universe storyline. See what Cosmic Culture has to say about this and check this out.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie, television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host Chris, and today I want to deep dive from a fan's point of view, from an insider's point of view, and just from my point of view about Deadpool 3. The reason why is I think this project is going to have a lot more continuity importance in the MCU than maybe we've been giving it credit for. Now, undeniably, this is a movie that a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, are extremely excited to see come to fruition in the MCU. But what is it exactly we're excited for other than a few dirty jokes from Deadpool and an awesome Hugh Jackman Wolverine versus Ryan Reynolds Deadpool showdown and then maybe team up later on in the film? Well, we're going to talk about that exactly in today's video. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those are in the description down below. So, before we dive into the hypotheticals, I want you guys to go to the comment section because I'm curious, what is it that you are so excited about Deadpool for? I know you're excited. Deadpool's my favorite comic book character of all time. Believe me, I'm excited too. But what specifically has you excited for the Merc with a Mouth entering the MCU? Let me know. So, what's the purpose of this video? Well, it's mostly a bunch of fans getting together and theorizing about why Deadpool is in this very interesting situation. The spark of this idea for me came from a new rumor today that says Fantastic Four member Mr. Fantastic may actually have an appearance and an involvement in the Deadpool 3 movie. Not only have we heard that, but recently it was rumored again that Owen Wilson will have an important role, and that rumor came from Daniel RPK on his Patreon, which makes it a much more believable rumor because, let's be honest, Daniel RPK, if you're familiar with his work, has been very accurate in a good amount of his dealings. So, Owen Wilson showing up, now we're hearing Mr. Fantastic, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, who's taking on a huge part of writing the script. So, we're starting to see the continuation or the building of a very important storyline that is now including multiversal travel, as we've seen at the end of Deadpool 2, with the inclusion of Owen Wilson, a Fantastic Four character, Mr. Fantastic, who, if he is involved, we can't even confirm for you he would be the MCU sacred timeline Mr. Fantastic because of all of this insane variance, multiverse travel, different universes that Deadpool will most certainly be involved with. We know that Ryan Reynolds' biggest point, what he really wanted to have happen, was to have a Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool showdown. That has been completed, that has been captured, and that has been revealed. We even have from Deadpool 2's post-credit scenes this awesome clip of Ryan Reynolds talking to Wolverine.
Look, eventually, you're gonna hang up the claws, and it's gonna make a lot of people very sad.
Huh?
But one day, your old pal Wade's gonna ask you to get back in the saddle again. When he does, say yes.
Now there he says, say yes. We want to do this movie. He's wanted to do this movie. It was planned out. It was ready to go before Disney even bought Deadpool's character from the big Fox takeover. But what has changed now that Deadpool will be showing up in the MCU and not only having this third movie in the Fox universe? There will be some type of continuation, some type of connection to the characters that we know and love coming from the MCU. And it makes a lot of sense that Owen Wilson has been one of the first names to be thrown out there with his character from the TVA, Mobius. We don't know what the timeline's going to look like exactly, whether or not this movie, Deadpool 3, will be taking place before or after Loki, but either way, an Owen Wilson's Mobius, who is in TVA mode, could be anticipated because at the very end of Loki Season 1, we see Mobius not knowing who Loki is and just being a regular agent like he was at the beginning of Loki Season 1. So either way, Mobius could go and try to do his TVA stuff, capturing Deadpool and bringing him to whatever part of the main MCU timeline we're going to be in. It is a little up in the air. Phase 5 is going to be a wild one. What more? Well, we don't know who else could be involved or could pop up in Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 3. It's very possible that Ryan Reynolds is going to want to want to make this one to remember, as it is the end of a trilogy for him.
Yeah.
And he will be continuing up with more movies and more involvements, hopefully a lot of cameos in the future of the MCU. But this really will be the crowning ending to the original Deadpool trilogy that he started over with Fox. The first movie was fantastic. The second movie built beautifully on the story that was already given to us about Wade Wilson, and then the post-credit scene kind of tied this pretty bow on it that left us wondering what was happening in the third movie. Now, we already heard that this is going to be a Wolverine, Deadpool, buddy cop type movie where they're going to have an issue they need to solve, they're going to fight amongst themselves, and then they're going to work together to figure it out. But the ending is going to have Deadpool inevitably separated from Wolverine, who from the trailer we know is going to be the same Wolverine from Logan, and that this happens way before Logan, where, spoiler alert guys, Logan dies, so that story is going to remain intact. In this, the same Wolverine will be involved with Deadpool prior to Deadpool being pulled into the MCU permanently. So we're seeing time travel, we're seeing multiverse jumping, we're seeing different universes and variants involved, but where will Deadpool end up, and why will Deadpool end up? And that is the really fun question for us, fans of the MCU and fans of Deadpool. Deadpool, quite honestly, could show up in any project and it would make sense and it would be fun. Because Deadpool really just is that fun character with very little stakes, who can look right into the camera and say, hey guys, I'm here because Marvel Studios needed a big name on the credit bill. And we would all just be fine with that. It's a character who doesn't have a lot of critical attacking because he is just fun. But his overall involvement in the MCU could lead to huge movies like Wolverine and the Hulk, all showing up for different types of projects with Deadpool. We also know that the entirety of the multiverse saga ends with Secret Wars. So will Deadpool have an important role in that movie, or will he be another side character who they're going to throw in there to increase the character count, to increase the Ryan Reynolds is involved in this movie, Deadpool's involved in this movie. So I myself, as a fan of Deadpool, am wondering where he will fit into the MCU. And will his Deadpool 3 movie have any type of weight actually in the MCU? If we're going to be seeing a Mr. Fantastic, if we're going to be seeing a Mobius from the TVA, or other characters from the X-Men in different universes, variants, inclusions, explanations of what's going on. If he's been time traveling, it's very possible Deadpool could give us a rundown as to how time travel, how multiverse travel, how variants in different universes all work. Because although we did get a great touch of it in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movie, there's still a lot of questions about how incursions will affect the MCU moving forward, and if Secret Wars really will be one massive incursion. Deadpool would be the perfect character to kind of run us as fans through a traveler's guide to the multiverse. And he can go, hey guys, welcome to the MCU. I'm your host Deadpool, and today we're going to be talking about multiversal travel. I think that'd be a really clever way to explain more of the multiversal laws, as well as traveling through different variants, different universes, and having it all tied with a pretty bow. Overall, I'm really excited for Deadpool, as I know many of you guys are. It's a project that has a lot of stakes, but also no stakes. It's going to have a lot of cameos, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how they use Deadpool in the MCU, but for now, let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Deadpool, and let me know what you're most excited for to have happen in Deadpool. If you were writing the movie, what would you add? Thank you guys so much for watching to the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell, and I'll be sure to catch all of you guys in the next one, right here on Cosmic Culture.
Yeah, please subscribe, like this video, subscribe, and so for watching. See you guys. Bye.